Here.
We are live here on the Sunday radio broadcast, coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio and also AMFM, 247.com. Tune in, iTunes. The Sunday radio broadcast is also available on our Facebook page. And we have got a great guest joining us today here via the magic of Skype. And we have Rocky Michaels with us today. Cool. And he joins us live. We've also got Jay Bird Wells as well. I never can make that transition. It's always going to be that way forever. And so, Rocky, tell me and Jay a little bit about yourself, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on. So I am here in the San Francisco Bay Area, town of Danville, and I'm an acoustic singer-songwriter, recording artist, and I just finished up my debut album, my 10-song debut album last month of original songs. And actually, this Thursday, I'm going to be releasing song number 1 on my second album. So I'm really excited, and thanks so much for having me on.
Yay.
So how did you get started doing this music thing?
How did I get started? Well, I guess I'd have to blame my parents for forcing piano lessons on me when I was 5 years old. And I say that lovingly. I took piano lessons. I grew up with a piano in the house, and it was always there. It was always around. And then in college, after college, I formed a band with some buddies. I was the piano guy, and they were the guitar guys. And the first song we played, I think, was Aerosmith's "Dream On." And that's when I knew I liked these guys, and it was going to be a good road. And from there, we started venturing out to writing our original material. And we played out for a couple of years for various reasons. Guys relocated, and the band broke up after a few years. But I always had that interest, and really the last few years, I've taken a hiatus here. I've really been letting my creative juices open up and just been having a lot of fun writing. I'm in a different stage of my life right now. So the songs I'm writing about now have to do with relationships and parenting and environment. In fact, one of the songs I think we'll play is my environmental song, "Our Time Is Now." So it's just been a really fun process, really enjoyable.
Fantastic.
So, about your children's songs, this is like songs like "It's Diaper Changing Time" or what?
No, I wanted to keep it clean. So our boys are teenagers right now. So just songs about perspective, just, for those who are parents, maybe they can relate, just kind of the rites of passage, how, when I was a bachelor, things were a lot different. Now that I have the good fortune of being a parent, your perspective changes, and just talking about relationships and trying to be a good role model for them, and what advice would we give, and if I can go back in time, what would I say then that I know now, and just things like that sort of come to me based on my current experiences as a parent.
Fantastic. It's Rocky Michaels. He's with us today here on our big program. And so, Rocky, what is the first track we're going to hear from you, my friend?
First track, well, so how about, I just touched on that environmental song, "Our Time Is Now," which is actually, I think, the first song on my debut album. And, I really wanted this to be, to have no percussions, except for the lone tambourine here and there. I wanted it to be more of a kind of a campfire, kumbaya kind of vibe. So "Our Time Is Now," there's a video out there too if you want to check it out. And I can't see you. I don't know if this is just audio, but "Our Time Is Now" would be a great one. I'd love to share with you.
Perfect. Well, we're going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and put you on hold here on Skype, and we are going to play "Our Time Is Now." We have got more with Rocky Michaels after this here on our world-famous Sunday radio broadcast, coast to coast and border to border.
If you've been waiting for a sign, wait no more. If you've been standing in line, jump ahead for that door. Our greenhouse is sweltering and the caps are melting away. Our eco keeps trying, those mammals are dying each day. If the sun is the source and father's the time, mother's the earth, who's now past her prime. So everyone rise up, our time is now. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now's a fleeting moment, now will never come again. So be an impactful change or a positive contagion. 'Cause all that dirty air we're breathing can often be seen. And for our hills and our pastures and lawns, or browns and new green. To the sisters of mercy and brothers in arms, it's family time to save all that harm. So everyone rise up, our time is now. Hey, la 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 la. La 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 la. All we have, we're just borrowing and must leave behind. For all who will come after or to find. So if the sun is the source and father's the time, and mother's the earth, who's now past her prime. So everyone rise up, our time is now. Hey, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
That is Our Time Is Now. It's Rocky Michaels with us today here on our big broadcast. Our Time Is Now. You can go to RockyMichaelsMusic.com for more. And we are going to go back to the telephones, or the Skype, whichever. I don't know what it is. I should say Skype. That's what it is.
Oh.
And I believe we've got Rocky Michaels back with us and Jay Bird Wells.
Yes.
And Rocky has now joined us on the old Skip Skype on video. So Rocky, you have got quite the deal with this song. This song is pretty damn amazing. How do we find you on social media, websites, all these things?
Thank you. Yeah, well, you can always start with my website. Just go to www.rockymichaelsmusic.com. From there, I've got links to Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Spotify and YouTube. So that's probably the best source, just rockymichaelsmusic.com.
Fantastic. So, Jay, do you have any questions for Rocky before we get to the next track here?
I want to know more about your past and how you came to choose this genre, because I think that it was something in your life that happened, an event in your life that happened that made you choose this path.
Kind of like a traumatic experience.
We're good.
You know, I've always been a fan of music. Growing up, one of my favorite bands growing up was the Eagles. And in fact, I think one of the songs I shared with you is called Eagle. And I do drop a number of references to the band The Eagles in that song. So for those who are true Eagles fans, I challenge you to see if you can pick them out. But I've always been a fan of music, and growing up with the piano in the household, it was just in my orbit. And, you know, it's hard to say what we all gravitate to and from as life goes on, but music for me has been a great outlet. You know, with all the craziness going on, it's good to have that outlet. We all need to have outlets of some form, and for me, one that I just sort of gravitated towards.
You mentioned that your parents made you take lessons when you were a child.
Right. I'm glad they did.
Do you have any punishments if you skipped playing or something? Do you have any memories that you can share?
No, my parents were the coolest parents in the world. They were like, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Ward and June Cleaver from Beaver Cleaver. They were so
That's awesome.
And I'm just so grateful. So they were very cool. It wasn't a forced issue. I did take piano lessons when I was for 5 years, from 5 to 10. They didn't force me to take it beyond that, but it was there in the family room. And, you know, back then we didn't have the internet, and, you know, we didn't have, you know, our smartphones. So you either, you know, go out and play ball or go down to the creek, or you play piano. And so it was just a lot more availability to play music back then.
Well, we are going to go to this song Eagle, and we are going to play the for our social media viewers and everybody. We are going to play the music video, and it is Eagle. It is Rocky Michaels, and we are going to put Rocky on hold with Jay, and we will be back here in just a few moments. Right now, it is Eagle, and it is on the world-famous KJAG Radio broadcast, Sunday radio show.
Sitting on the front porch with a canopy of blue skies covering up above, a bird catches my eye. Top civilization, its feathered wings are spread out wide, and glides the gentle wind as it goes by. I close my eyes and in my mind I see an unencumbered inner kind of me. Soar through the sky, touch heaven's gate. My eyes see a keener sense of you. Oh, I'm an flying over winds blowing. Take it easy and take it as I go. Overhead the Galita smell, and overheard that mission bell, liberated from the chains below. Flying high with a billion stars around. Neon skies, a refuge from the ground. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I'm an eagle. Flying high above the fray, soar through the sky, touch heaven's gate. My eyes see a keener sense of view. Oh, I'm an eagle, and I'm free. Oh, I'm an eagle. Flying high above the fray, soar through the sky, touch heaven's gate. My eyes see a keener sense of view. Oh, oh, oh. I'm an eagle. And I'm look at me, I'm flying. Oh, I'm an
That is Eagle. It is Rocky Michaels, and it is here on your Sunday radio broadcast. You can get more information on Rocky Michaels' music and everything. So we are going to go back to Rocky Michaels with us today. And also Jay Bird Wells joins us here on our broadcast as well. And so, Rocky, you have... Go ahead. Jump in there.
About this Eagles video that you made, did you use any kind of interesting camera angles?
Yeah, actually, I had my boys, speaking of our boys, I had them help, and there's a hill in our neighborhood, and I wanted to capture kind of an Eagles perspective, so we had a drone, and they were handling the drone as I'm sitting there, goofing around on the guitar, and I was really excited how it turned out. It was a lot of fun to make, and it was even more special having them be a part of the video as well.
Now, you owned the drone, or you had to borrow the drone?
It's one of the earlier drones, so it's not the top quality drone, but we've had it. It was functional. We charged the batteries, and it did its job.
It did its job.
That's awesome. It did its job. So Rocky, tell us about your social media following.
My social media following is, I guess, I would still be considered a blip on the radar screen. I'm working on it. I'm slowly growing, organically a little bit at a time, but I'm trying to put out content as much as I can with videos. In fact, there's a new music video for my next song coming out this Thursday. And, I'm doing what I can. I'm having fun. Admittedly, I had to ask and consult for my teenagers, about Instagram, and I'm not on Snapchat, but there's a lot an old guy like me has to learn about today's social media. So it's a learning process, but I'm having a lot of fun. It's a fun journey.
Yes, there's definitely stuff that we learned that we just didn't want to know. social media.
Yeah, it can be confusing out there. A lot of different ways to market yourself.
Absolutely. You have a fan page on Facebook or just a profile?
I guess it's called an artist page. It's music by Rocky Michaels. And so I have that. I've got my videos there. I also have a YouTube page where I've got some videos. And I'll cross-market. I'll post some videos. I'll make a reference to Instagram. Again, the best place to start is just my website, which has links to them all. That's RockyMichaelsMusic.com. And from there you can fan out to wherever you want to go.
What other videos have you done? Anything that you remember that was the most interesting about doing a music video? Well,
so the first song, and I don't know if the viewers were able to see it, the one, Our Time Is Now.
Yes.
But there's three of me.
I noticed that. I'm like, someone knew how to use the cloning feature in Adobe.
That's my son, Jacob. Yeah. So I'm not triplets, but he filmed me 3 different times.
Yep.
And I quickly, one time I was on piano, one time I was on guitar, one time I was singing, and he was able to somehow crop the video and put them side by side. So it gives the illusion that there's 3 of me.
It is. That was fun. It is quite the deal, I'll have to say.
Talk about ruining a groupie's fantasy. Jeez.
Well, this is all during the COVID era, so it was all done a few months ago in our living room. We didn't have to go outside or deal with people. And but we got a big kick out of how it turned out.
That's pretty cool. They talk about using whatever technology you have on hand during COVID.
Sure, yeah, and there's a lot out there. There's a lot you can do, and I've been also live streaming every week on, I call it my Thursday threes. It's free. It's a way to just share music for anybody who wants to drop in, and that's what many artists are doing these days. Until we're all able to play out again, which I'm sure we're all looking forward to.
Was that last week, Jiggy, that you conned me into playing the jaw harp on the radio?
Yes.
Have you heard of a jaw harp, Michael?
I'm not a jar. Is that Kansas slang for something?
No, it's like a jaw harp. It's like one of those.
Are you there?
One of those twangy deals.
Yep.
It's
been around.
Sincerely. You're back now. I didn't hear what the explanation.
Okay, go ahead. Explain it to Rocky there, Jay.
There's jaw harps in every culture in history, but America really knows it from the Civil War era. It's a harp that you play with your mouth. It's called the jaw harp.
Do you have one right there? Give us a demonstration.
I already did that last weekend.
I'll have to look at the archives.
But so Rocky, what is the next track that we're gonna play here? Because I want to make sure we get this in. I don't want to run out of time and not play your third song here. So
thank you. I think is it Somewhere? I apologize. I think is that.
I believe so. I believe so.
So Somewhere, when I play out Somewhere, is always the last song that I play. On purpose, because it's quite simply, it's a song about hope and positivity and building of bridges. It's not intended to be a political song. My thoughts are hope begets hope, and if we can share some positivity along the way, I'm all for that. So that's what this song is about. It's called Somewhere, and I think it's a lyric video, but I hope you enjoy it.
So, this song, give me a little bit more details on this.
On the song Somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, I was lucky to get connected with a great producer in Nashville, Dan Ford from DR Ford Music. And, I'll share with him my vision. I'm in California, he's in Nashville, so we're doing a lot. I send him audio files, here's what I have in mind. He sends back some thoughts. I then lay my vocals. It's a little bit of ping pong back and forth. But they're great professionals out there. So the song, my vision, again, was just a simple song. Sometimes there's power in simplicity. It's just a simple song, acoustic song about just about hope. Kind of, not that it's anything like John Lennon's Imagine, but it's sort of that vibe that I was just trying to share. Just a simple message out there and hope that it kind of rubs off on people.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to play this track, and I appreciate you joining us today, Rocky. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much, both of you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. We're going to do this. We are going to put Jay on hold, and we are going to play this track. And when we come back, we have got more. It is Somewhere, and it is on your Sunday radio broadcast. Right here, right now.
Somewhere there's a place beyond the present, where everything is green and no one's blue. Somewhere in the distance we're all equal, where respect and kindness are lasting virtues, where you can shake a neighbor's hand across the bridges, and you can share a common view atop the ridges, where 1 + 1 becomes more than 2, and you can learn from them and they from you. Someday I'm hoping there will be somewhere for you and me. Somewhere we are painting all the colors, beautiful mosaic we create. Somewhere there's harmonious existence, children grow up pure and free of hate. Yeah, we can shake a neighbor's hand across those bridges, and you can share a common view atop the ridges, where 1 + 1 becomes more than 2, and you can learn from them and they from you. Someday I'm hoping there will be somewhere for you and me. Somewhere there's a shared goal of a better place, where everybody rises to the call, where we are caring teammates in the human race, and victory is shared by one and all. Whoa, you can shake a neighbor's hand across some bridges, and you can share a common view atop the ridges. Oh yeah, where 1 + 1 becomes more than 2, and you can learn from them and they from you. Someday I'm hoping there will be somewhere for you and me. Somewhere for you and me.
That is Rocky Michaels. Somewhere. Rocky Michaels. And that wraps it up here. We're going to take a brief time out. And when we come back, we have got more on the other side. It is the world famous KJAG Radio broadcast back here in just a few moments.